we bought a house and land in the country, and I'm just gonna take you on a little tour. It's pretty rough and rugged. Our first priority is cleanup. So when you see all the things, you're like, oh my gosh, what's that? We're gonna take care of it. We'll clean it up, okay? So here we go. I'm gonna go walk out to the front. We're gonna walk out to the front and we'll start there, okay? Hi guys. So here we are at the front of the house. Here's the house. There's all the things. Let's get this tour started. All right. So when you pull up, eventually you'll see obviously the house, and there's a sign here that doesn't have a sign holder. Don't have an actual sign yet, but Dad said he'd like to make one for us, which I think is pretty sweet. So yeah, then we're just gonna walk on in. Like you can see, got a nice windbreak shrub line there, nice set of bushes by the house, and then garage is over here, bunch of stuff over here. All that fencing and stuff is gonna go, and the old garden boxes will go. Snow fence will get moved back, all that jazz. Yeah, let me just walk in. So next thing you're seeing here is the chicken coop, which is going away because I'm not raising animals. Everyone's like, it's cool, and I'm like, not that it's bad, but we don't want to raise animals, so there's no reason to keep a chicken coop. And if you can't tell from a distance, they never actually finished the sides of this, and so it's peeling. So yeah, it's gonna go. The whole thing is gonna go. We're gonna try and save the chicken wire though, or at least some of it, for the fence that's gonna go around the garden. Here's a little shed that is legitimately toe strapped down. Could you come closer so you can see this nonsense? Philip, you'll appreciate this. The hilarity of this, literally. Yeah, just tie down straps anchored into the ground for this little shed that you can't even drive a lawnmower out of because it's too short. We kind of think from looking at the inside that they used it to like store feed and stuff like that. But yeah, and sorry if you can't hear me, these birds are insane. Yeah, so then if you're looking around at the actual yard portion right now, so this fenced in area in front of us, that is the old well, which we think might be the original well, but we won't know until we go to fill it in. There's a tree. All these trees are unknown to us, what they are exactly, because, yeah, we bought it in like the end of winter. So they're just now coming to life. Eventually we'll get around to the place where I think the first leaves are gonna come out, and we'll see if they've come out yet. So yeah. So you come over here, see a bunch more stuff that's getting cleaned up. I think this was the old pig pen. They had some pigs. And so all of this will go away and get cleaned up. And then we believe this is where their goats were. There's actually some really nice fencing here, which we're going to repurpose to go around our garden so that the deer don't eat it, because, oh, there is plenty of evidence of deer. So yeah, so this is the old goat thing. These trees are cool. What's even more cool, let me see if I can find a way for you guys to see this. This right here, there's my finger, that you can kind of see right there, that's actually the foundation to the old barn. And see some of the green stuff growing in there. It's kind of not the best place to see it, but yeah, that's the foundation to the old barn. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, again, fencing is gonna come down. We'll repurpose it for going around the garden, things like that. But yeah, so excited about all the trees. We know we've got a couple cottonwood trees, we can recognize those. Not really sure what the rest of them are. So this panel-y covered thing, it was like a shelter for some animals, but there's some good stock panels in there that we can reuse for some different things, which we're excited about. It's also tons of old random farm equipment bits and pieces. Earl's not here, but if he was, he could tell us what this is, or you guys can tell me what this is. I'm not really sure. There's stuff everywhere. So yeah, let's go wander into the trees. This is the cool part. So there's a lot of like kind of dead trees in here, and they didn't do a great job of keeping it clean, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome. Look at this tree. I can't even go back far enough to get the whole thing in the picture, but it's just epic. Like, yeah, that's a great tree. And then we don't know what these are, but they grow really, really straight. I'll get in there and show you some other ones. So let's go adventure. You guys. So this is an old creepy dead tree. And it gets more creepy when you get in here because, okay, so do you see that there's a hole in the tree right here? Oh, don't focus on my finger. There's a hole in the tree there, and there's like a knob above it, and then there's kind of like two little ripple parts. I'll try to like ink this in. So it can either look like a bunny, or it looks like a creepy, slightly angry face in the tree. So yeah, that's great. Creepy tree. I don't know. Kind of reminds me of like a Disney tree. Like maybe it's Grandmother Willow. All right, let's continue on. So here's another crazy bramble of trees, but there's some nice rocks in here. Might be kind of hard to see, but there's a little bit of a bed frame in there. And if you look over here, it's like one of those see and find things. You can kind of see, there's my finger, right in there. There is a old coil frame. It's wild, all the stuff that's in here. But it's kind of a cool thing that's gonna be fun to explore. I mean, again, clean up, but it's gonna be fun to explore. So these are those super straight trees. And I'm as windy as this place is and as used to cottonwood trees as we are, not quite sure what they are. They are really straight. So once spring hits fully, then we will know what it is exactly these trees are. But it's a nice little patch of very, very straight trees. Because you've got these ones that are super, 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 super straight. And then you've got trees like this that can't grow straight for like more than 7 seconds. Like, look at how wild that is. So yeah, I don't know. Lots of adventuring. But yeah, so okay, we're gonna go up this way. So again, got some metal there, just randomly. It's gonna take us years to clean this up. Always talking about evidence of animals. Here's some poop. Those look like deer berries. And can you hear these birds? Yeah, we're super happy. It's amazing out here. So our tree line is obviously like there's been quite a bit of damage and things like that. So what we're hoping to do is obviously we'll clean up all the dead trees and things like that. But we also want to put in more trees. And so this is one of the spaces where there used to be trees and they died or got damaged, and so they had to cut them out. So we want to eventually get a couple more trees put in here. They'll be nice and sheltered so they'll have time to grow. Getting closer to the road, but pretty much where I'm standing forward, we're gonna try and fill in with some more trees. You see the blank space in front of me, just to have a better tree line for stopping snow and protecting us from wind, because it's windy here. But yeah, all kinds of wild trees. Whoever planted these trees put in lots of different kinds, which is pretty awesome. And then so there's a fence over here, and that's the edge of our property. And so now, like, to the left, going up to the road, we're not putting any more trees. However, this big empty space between us and the next guy, we'll get some trees just to beef it up, because the neighbors next to us are rip out tree line kind of people. So we figure if we can get our trees in and growing and settled before they rip theirs out, they'll be protected, and hopefully we'll get more trees that make it, and we can beef up our tree line, and it'll be great. Oh, we also have gopher issues. Well, I don't know that that's a gopher hole, but they're around, trust me. Definitely has sections with gopher holes, and it's not fun. So one of the things I think is really interesting is the resiliency of trees. This particular tree has obviously gotten snapped off at some point, but it is growing. You can see that it's got, oh, let's see, focus. Too close? It's focusing on what's behind it. Maybe we can see. You can see up the top, we're getting some buds on it. So it's gonna grow anyways. And the craziest thing of the whole bit is that on this limb here, it's doing the same thing. Now this broken part, we're gonna chop that off, but this part, we're gonna leave it because she's growing. Why don't you take out a perfectly grown tree? And then like this tree, we have no idea. There's definitely parts of it that are still growing. So it's one of those things that we'll have to go through and trim it. Probably more summer to fall when we know what's growing and what's dead and what's not. Some stuff is obvious, some stuff not so much. Corner post down there is the edge of our property. Yeah, so a little over 4 acres. I think we're gonna walk down through the middle. Hold on. Oh, more deer berries. Like, do you see them? It's wild. But the other cool thing is the grass is starting to come up. Right here. Can you see those little green grasses? Grass is coming up. It's like the most brown, like, can you see it, can you find it adventure puzzle ever. And then like this path in front of us, that's not from us. That's from the deer that like to wander through our property. Uncle Earl's super excited. Makes hunting really easy. Ooh. This I don't think is deer poop. That's a monster turd right there. Yes, lots of turds. So get all your giggles out because there's a lot of turds out here. We have a couple of like places where they tried to clean up messes. It's like there's a wood pile there. There's another one up here. There's tons of stumps out in this little field section. We want to get them taken out because there's a guy that actually has a contract to hay back here, and we could give him a whole new section to hay, which would be awesome. But yeah, but then some people didn't help the cleanup process by dumping an old, we don't know if it's a washer or a dryer, but something they dumped. Not cool, dude. Not cool. So anyway, yeah. So this is a fence between, so this is like the little alfalfa field that he hays, and then this is what I just tramped through. There's that. Those trees there, the trees that are right there, those are the ones from the goat pen. So we're pretty close. But yeah, I'm just gonna go over the fence and show you some gopher holes. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff here. it's kind of crazy with it just being 4 acres, how different it can be. Hair in my face. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. So I'm just gonna go over the fence. We'll look at some gopher holes, kind of show you what we're thinking, then we'll head back toward the house and explore a little bit. Here we go. This black dirt you see turned up is not us. That is gophers. It's a bad case of it too. Yeah. We have a plan to deal with it. It's not a very nice one, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, so then we'll go up the little hill. So, came off that hill. So behind me, kind of directly behind me, so there's the old well and that tree. So directly behind me back here is where we're gonna build. Probably about 5 years from now. It kind of depends on finances and what happens when, but that's the plan, is that we will build a all one level modern house out here to be our forever home, and then we'll have, you know, garden and all that jazz and some space and lots of trees and birds. So yeah, so let's head back up to the house. So this portion is what will right now be our backyard. Eventually it'll be our front yard, but right now it's our backyard. So there's some old wood here that they actually used to use for sitting around their fire pit. And then this in front of us is a lilac bush. And then there's kind of a scraggly bush in here, and that's a chokecherry bush. And then some trees, which again, we're probably gonna put in a few more, maybe a few bushes. Yeah, it's hard to know. And these two smaller trees here are apple trees, which we're very excited about. They're a little close together, but we think they'll be fine. Have a beautiful big tree right here. So yeah, definitely very excited. It's nice and sheltered. It's the old fire pit, that's going away. So we have well water, that's the well there. Here's our beautiful back porch. So there's fencing on it. There's actually a gate on it too. Because if you can see right here, there's fencing over here. So we think that they either had dogs, I mean, I suppose you could have cats too or whatever, but cats could jump over that fence. So anyways, yeah, so they definitely had animals of some sort that they kept close to the house. They even have rocks piled up all by the deck. So I'm assuming so animals couldn't escape under the deck. It's kind of wild. There's the addition on the house. It's a shed. It's a wild ride, guys. There's a reason why we're not living in this place forever. But yeah, so the white thing is our drain field. I believe the lady we bought it from said all these bushes are lilac bushes, which I'm super excited about. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm excited. So that's what's important, right? I'm pretty sure that these bushes back here are going to be the first ones. Again, these are lilac bushes, are going to be the first ones to actually have leaves, because look how big those buds are and how green they are. And I'm like, I don't have an actual leaf yet. I just have like giant buds. Focus, camera. Yeah, so we're getting there. We're getting real close. It's supposed to be 80 degrees on Monday. So I'm sure that by the next time I come up here, there will be actual leaves on things. So, yeah. Ooh, look at that. Oh, that almost looks like a leaf. We might have found it. Might have found the first one. So that's front door. Earl's putting in a deck. This tank is for fuel oil. That's how we heat our house. We gotta give that a call. Oh yeah, we're gonna go this way and go in the back door. Actually, let's see. Can't really tell from here. Maybe make it a little bigger. I don't know if you can see or not, but right there in the center of the screen, kind of see some white stuff through the trees. That's the shop. That's where Earl works. Wild, I know. But that's where he works. So yeah, here's our house. Okay. So this is actually the addition. First edition, I suppose. So we come in, and here's our laundry room. You're gonna have to pardon the mess. We literally have just been moving in this week. So laundry room, bathroom's on the other side. Just a little closet there. Just honestly not the smallest bathroom. Certainly nothing is fancy. It's a 100-year-old house, but yeah. So then you come in and you've got the kitchen with the dining room. So we took the cupboard doors off because we decided we wanted to open cupboards. I don't know why. We just like, if it's a cabin, it should have open cupboards. So that's what we did. Hopefully today I'm going to paint the insides of them and then put down some contact paper and then scrub everything in one place. Yeah, but we'll get there. So yeah, even the table's going to get a little bit of TLC. These floors are actually kind of cool. They're like parquet tile floors, but then they're actually like lock together tiles. I don't know. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. It's more modern than we thought it was. And then this is the little shed addition. This is actually going to end up being our bedroom where we put our bed and like a dresser, something. But yeah, that's going to end up being our bedroom. It's not right now, but yeah. And then I'll show you the living room real quick. This way. So here's where you come in the front door. And then, okay, because it's an old house. Has anyone seen these before? That is the cold air intake. Yeah, literally cold air intake. There's the cool design on the wall from the front door, which is pretty neat. Windows, ceiling fan. We brought in the little fireplace, and then that door there goes down to the basement, which we're not doing because, guys, it's a 100-year-old basement. It doesn't need seeing. It's really not that bad, but yeah. So then we have the upstairs. Wander up there real quick. Okay, so upstairs, 2 rooms. There's room 1, which this is over the living room. This is funny. Here we go. Doo-doo. You can see down in the living room. But this is room 1, which I think this is the room I'm going to claim for my sewing room because it has better light in it. It's just brighter. And I don't know if it's because of curtains or what, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. And then this is room 2. Maybe it is just the curtains. But yeah, so this is room 2. A little bit more hangy closet stuff. Part of me wants to say it's slightly smaller than the other one. And I think it is because they got the stairwell thing, so you have a little bit more space in this room. It's honestly, I don't know, guys. It is what it is. So I would be good with having our bedroom up here, but Earl is not fond of those stairs. And I don't blame him. Not a spring chicken. But, you know, we'll get through it. So, one will have like guest bedroom and storage kind of stuff in it, like probably the other room. I'm gonna put like all of my hanging closet clothes when we are living here full time. Put all that in there, and then I'll just go up and down the stairs and get the extra stuff that we need. And then obviously my sewing room, which my sewing room right now is already upstairs, so it'll be fine. But honestly, we kind of really like kind kind of really like having the old creaky floors and the old farmhouse thing, and I don't know, like, and like everything has like ridiculously long curtains, and I'm just, yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I don't really want all the curtains. I just want big open windows because seriously, it's not that bad. And then I don't think they've washed a window in 50 years. So that's happening at some point. I want to get at least the inside ones washed today because, oh my gosh. But anyway, yeah. So this is it. This is our new place. Our new to us but very old place that we're just really excited about. It's just, I mean, first and foremost, it's ours. And we get to work on it and make it something really special. So I'll just try to update you. I want to go through and kind of do the whole tour again, but do it when it's green and we can identify all the things and just show you improvements and things like that, because yeah, a lot of you aren't going to be tramping out here to see all this stuff. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. Let me know if there's things you want to see up close or more of. Yeah. Tell me what questions you have. We'll answer all your questions.